Welcome to Lost in the Desert podcast, episode 34. I'm your co-host Kareem,
My name is Assam.
and so just quickly, we realized before while we were setting up for the episode, we realized that Spotify reminded us that it was our 1 year today since we posted our first episode.
1 year.
Shut the fuck up.
It's crazy because we were literally just setting up and it was just like happy 1 year. We didn't even know. We already knew that we started filming in March, but we didn't know the day that we published because
I'm pretty sure I thought
We
it was
never really
I thought
checked.
it was the 12th. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I don't know why I thought it was the
But
12th.
it's crazy that it's
yeah.
been 1 year.
Yeah, I guess March 8th is our
What a
anniversary.
journey. For people who was like, well, that's not many episodes. We did take a long break.
End of year.
End of year was kind of tough on
when
us.
the whole when the whole Middle East drama started, there was like a long break.
That was a long break that was much needed, but we're back. We're still here, and we're surely appreciated, especially for the last episode. It did so well.
But you remember I told you we were talking about it earlier, like many episodes ago.
Yeah.
But like most podcasts, like I think it was like the top 50% or whatever of like podcasts don't make it to episode like 35.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. There are a lot of podcasts out there, but they start and quit so quickly.
I don't even look at episodes. They don't even last a month.
Yeah, like there's like millions of podcasts out there, but they all are created and abandoned so
And
quick.
some of them actually like go invest money and they do all these things. They buy all this equipment and then they just quit because it's not what it is. But we're still here and we'll
Yep.
always be here regardless.
As long as your boy's unemployed, I will always be. I was actually today. The job search is getting brutal, and
It's tough, man.
I'm like on wit's end at this point. But
Yeah.
anyway, no negativity today. Yeah. So congratulations, my boy.
Congratulations, my guy. Couldn't have done it with anybody
34
else.
episodes in.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And we
That's
went
crazy.
from nobody's gonna listen to the podcast to people cooking us on TikTok. This is the best thing in the world.
People, anytime I talk about musicians or anything like that, people hate what I have to fucking say.
What's crazy is that from the first episode when you made fun of Selena.
I didn't make fun of Selena.
No,
I just said she,
Okay, you made fun of Selena and you got your ass cooked, and then a year later in the anniversary, we're talking about Taylor Swift and Beehive, and we got cooked again a year later.
And you know what's annoying is that like even for the Taylor thing, people
Yeah.
don't pay attention. I
No.
never said Taylor Swift wasn't a big star. I never said she didn't have a
Yeah.
huge following. I didn't say
No, but it
any
was
of that
funny.
shit. Like you're comparing greats versus greats. Like at this point, yeah, we get it. They're
Yeah.
all,
And honestly, we love the engagement. As you can see, we always reply back, especially on TikTok. Even though if you're cooking us, like my favorite comment, I was literally laughing at work when I saw it, and it was like, "Pack up the gear, fellas."
I know, that was the first comment that came
that
in.
shit was gold.
I told Essam, I was like, you have to handle the comments because I
Yeah.
want to respond paragraphs to every single person. But I was like, no. My
You got to keep it short.
my
and
brain
sweet.
my brain can't handle that.
No, but we love it. Some people were kind of fighting comments, but at
Some
the end
people
of
are
the day,
funny. Some people give
Oh, yeah.
funny comments.
no, and we love it, and we encourage it, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, go all
the
in.
videos did very well, and we're very happy. And like
You know what I
said,
don't appreciate though?
What?
Every time I ask you guys to give us a question on Instagram, there's like 100 people have seen it. It can't be nobody has no questions. Come on, guys.
I think
Ask us some fucking questions.
I think they're scared that we're gonna shout out their name next to the question.
That's fine. You know what? I won't bait your name anymore. Like, if you guys ask us a question, I won't bait your name.
Maybe next episode we'll make it
You know?
anonymous.
If you want us to bait your name, just say it.
That's fair.
All right.
Yep.
If you want us to not just say an honor or anything like that, and we'll get the hint.
No, that's what's up. No, definitely.
But yeah, I'm sick and tired of having you niggas, asking you niggas questions and then getting nothing out of it.
No, absolutely.
But yeah, okay. So let's start with just. I don't want the theme of the episode to be sad, but I just want to get this off my chest. You and I are both anime fans,
Absolutely.
and Akira Toriyama this morning was
Rest in
announced
peace.
that I think his studio announced that he had passed away from a blood clot.
Yep.
In the brain. So rest in peace, Akira.
At the age of 68.
68, yes.
Yeah.
To those who don't know who he is the guy who created the manga, which is the Japanese, basically a comic for Dragon Ball, and it was iconic because a lot of people, Dragon Ball was their entry into
Yes.
anime
Mine.
for a
that
lot
was
of,
mine.
especially for. You grew up a little bit abroad.
Yes.
I, even though I was born here, I grew up most of my life like abroad, and we didn't have a lot of access to, a lot of shows and stuff like that. But Dragon Ball was one of the animes that was just all over TV.
Some people don't know how crazy and huge Dragon Ball Z is. Like you said, perfectly. Like I grew up in Palestine, and I watched Dragon Ball Z in Arabic, and I mentioned this before. And Dragon Ball Z has a huge impact internationally, especially also in the Latin community. Like right now, you're gonna see a lot of posts about land community. This is how crazy anime has so much to do with reality. Like even in Mexico right now, and this is all over X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. There's cartels, gang rivals are doing a ceasefire so they can honor.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. That's how huge Dragon Ball Z is.
Jesus.
You can look it up. I don't care.
People got
But
their priorities.
I remember there's even videos of like multiple restaurants in Mexico that are Dragon Ball Z themed. They do showings where people show up like it's a concert, but they're actually watching an episode. Like it has a huge impact. Like I love Dragon Ball Z is because it's as nerdy as it sounds, but it teaches you also like about not quitting and about life.
True.
As a fighter, I have that mentality of like, especially you
It also
training.
teaches you to be
Every
stubborn.
gym bro that I worked out with loved Dragon Ball Z. They always be like either wearing Dragon Ball Z in the gym or anything like that. So
It's always Trunks for some reason. I don't know
yeah,
why.
it's strong. Yeah, it's fine.
It's always
I got you.
it's always like young Trunks.
Yeah, but like no, like rest in peace. It is truly sad for the anime community. Whatever anime you like, it would not be there if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z. Period.
For me, obviously it was Dragon Ball, but for us, what really brought us together, because I never, me and my cousins, we lived next to each other, but these are cousins from my dad's side and my mom's.
Yeah.
We lived next to each other, but we didn't obviously have time to sit and watch TV together. But
Yeah.
what really brought us together was when we were playing like Dragon Ball Z video games
Yes.
on the PS2.
Yep. That was fire.
We would have like weekend sleepovers and we'd be up to like 1, 2 in the morning. Young kids. I was
Yeah.
like, what, 10, 11, 12, 13, like those ages.
See, like
And those are like some of the best memories. Like we're trying to beat Cell and Cell whooping our ass every fucking time. Like it's just it's a lot of good happy memories that I've shared with my cousins because of Dragon Ball. So shit, and they're just trying to tear up. Fuck that.
no, like
Let's
even
get that shit together.
yeah, like even when I watched like
Damn.
the original like the first episodes of like Dragon Ball Z, every time I watched the episode or even clips, I just see myself as a kid sitting there close to the TV, not even far away. Like you remember how like when you're a kid, like you're
just
glued.
like right there.
Yeah, you're right there, and they always like your mom was like, "You're
The
gonna go
TVs weren't
blind."
even that big.
Yeah, they were like, "You're gonna go blind if you get closer." I'm like, "I don't care," and it was just like
We're
the
trying
best.
to do the AV, the yellow, the red,
Yep.
the was it
And
yellow,
over there-
yellow, red, blue?
And over there in Palestine as well, we had chips and they had Dragon Ball Z on it, and you used to get these little coins. So like that's where I used to like. I even remember like eating those chips, collecting those coins, and watching Dragon Ball Z. So
Yeah, there's a lot of good memories.
rest in peace, absolutely, truly a legend.
Yeah,
Prayers
and
to
a
his
lot,
family.
and I know a lot. There's a lot of like diehard anime fans, which by the way, diehard anime fans are such snobs. It gets on my nerves,
yeah.
right? Your industry, like a lot of your favorite animes that you like to watch that are not Dragon Ball or not by Akira, are because of Akira making
Yep.
anime popular.
100%.
Like Akira making anime super fucking popular. So now studios are investing more time in other artists. So, people are like, well, Dragon Ball's not even that hot. There's always a bunch of,
Yeah.
bougie bitches. Well, Dragon Ball's not even that good. Okay, but it opened the gateway for your favorite manga creator.
That's what I'm saying.
Now Netflix, Hulu, all has hundreds of fucking
Anime.
animes, Funimation, all of that shit.
He was the beginning of it.
Funimation and Crunchyroll, like those, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Naruto. Naruto came after.
But
Which one? But either way, these are the ones
No,
that
it
like
came after.
opened the gateway
It
for.
came after. Everything came after. The only thing people gotta understand as well, like he's truly the godfather of it, because it wasn't just Dragon Ball Z and it's just like anime. It's like the storytelling, the
Exactly. The
like
style.
how many times you see people posting Dragon Ball Z pictures with quotes from the show that inspires people.
Yep.
Like that was why it's so fucking important. Like, and it's very like, I mean, we took a loss in the anime world for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
But he's got a legacy that'll live on forever. I might,
100%.
I might want to have some free time today or this weekend.
this weekend I am. I'm
Just
definitely
rewatch,
watching-
rewatch some of Dragon Ball because I love Dragon Ball more than Z, which is crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
But either way, yeah, I'll sit back and I'll
No,
rewatch
no,
some. Might
definitely-
download one of the
definitely
games
taking a
on my
loss in the community.
PS4 or PS5.
Yeah.
Speaking of anime,
Okay.
did you watch the rest of Avatar?
Okay, so last episode I talked about how I thought I watched only like the first episode and I thought it was the shittiest anime.
And I told you
that
at
was-
least watch the first 1, 2, and
When you
3.
get to 1, 2, 3, I am a man to say that I was wrong.
See,
I apologize. Avatar was fire.
I told you.
Netflix did a hell of a
I
job.
told you.
There was still some scenes, CGI scenes I was like
Oh, yeah,
questionable,
100%.
but it's probably because they didn't have the budget because it's a first time type of thing. But I was wrong. Avatar was fucking sick. But I'm happy as well that they got renewed for season 2 and 3. Netflix just announced as well.
Bet.
So they didn't just get number 2. They also going to focus on number 3. Hopefully they get a better budget for CGI. But my concern is like they filmed this about 3-4 years ago, and the actor now he's much taller and he's getting bigger by the day. So I don't know how concerning this is going to be for the production. See how they're going to fast forward
What's
it.
much taller?
Huh?
What's much taller?
He's tall. That boy got
Really?
big. Yeah, that boy
Okay.
got big. Because you could tell he's a kid in the show right now, but when he says interviews, it's like he's becoming like a little man, and he did very well as well.
Okay.
You could tell he's a very fan of the anime itself, so he's not just like
they
an
better
actor.
start filming quick.
That's what I'm saying. Just like Stranger Things. Remember when they realized the kids are getting bigger now? Now they look like freaking.
Yeah.
Now they're like 20 years old playing high
No,
school.
they're all like between. I don't think any of them are 20 except for Millie.
Yeah, but there's
Noah's
what?
like 18 just now.
Yeah,
But they look grown. Yeah.
yeah, playing middle school kids.
I think some of them were like in end of high school going to college in the last season. In
Yeah.
the last season, they were like the storyline is that some of them were like getting ready to go off to
Because they're
college.
rushing it.
I don't know. The last season
Yeah.
was actually pretty dope.
I don't like Stranger Things.
I liked it.
Fuck that director.
It was pretty good. Nothing beats the first and second seasons. First and second seasons were fire.
Of course.
Third was but it was still nice. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it. I told you would.
It was really good.
What was like your favorite episode or like your favorite? For me, the Kyoshi Warriors are like my favorite right now. Because that episode, I think Homegirl, oh my god, I forgot her name. The green avatar from like a past life. She pops out and
Yeah.
that scene where she go about him in the avatar state, that was
when
fire.
she
That was my favorite episode.
when she goes inside of his
Yeah,
body
she
and
comes
just
from like the spirit world, like takes
Spirit world,
control
yeah.
into the spirit world.
that was the way she landed and then she started just fucking shit up was sick.
Yeah.
Hopefully they start doing that as well. But I don't know. I do like that one, but I did like the last episode.
So you know how they did Legend of Korra, which is like after Avatar, after they're all grown, and Korra's I think is Aang's granddaughter.
Yeah, I literally just
Yeah.
saw a clip on TikTok this morning.
Legend of Korra was pretty good. I want to see a prequel about the previous Avatars.
Which
I want to
one,
do a I can't remember. I keep forgetting the previous Avatar's name. I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
guys. But Homegirl and Green, I don't know. Homegirl and Green, because they already told us about the firebender Avatar before Aang. And I keep
Yeah.
forgetting all their fucking names, guys. I'm so sorry. I want to see more about like her. I want to see more because they already gave us like a lot of episodes about them.
You know what would be sick? A brand new Avatar game that you can just transfer to any Avatar you want. Avatar game would be fire.
I don't know about that.
I like it.
I don't know how the controls would work.
What happened to back in the day when every movie drops, there was always a video game comes out 2 weeks later on Xbox or PS? Remember those days?
But that's risky, bro. You assume every movie is going to be a banger.
That's what I'm saying. But
Back then, because you didn't have any choice,
but
they were
every
going to
movie-
watch the movie.
But every movie used to come out with a video game.
Now the market is saturated with video games.
Like, what happened to that day? Like, if you watch Shrek, and it'd be like Shrek game, Shrek 2. Like,
Shrek 2 the game. No, I'm not doing all that. I'm not a huge, I don't don't think they transfer well.
Yeah.
But I would like to see like a live action Metroid. I don't know if you've ever played Metroid or Metroid Prime from like from the Game Boy era and the Nintendo era, but
No.
Metroid is a fucking sick game.
the only game I played on Game Boy was Tony Hawk.
Sick. You know my theory, my policy about anything that I can do in real life, I'm not buying a video game for it. Like if I wanted to learn how to skateboard, I'm obviously not going to be Tony Hawk, but I can get on a longboard and just cruise down the street if I wanted to.
No, you can't because there's tricks.
I
in
can go
that
play
game.
football. I'm not going to buy
Tony Hawk on Game Boy was elite because you can do.
NFL.
There's tricks you can never even imagine.
I'm not going to go buy Madden. I'm not going to go buy I was playing basketball today. Why would I go buy 2K?
I'm playing in
Right?
real life.
Right? I got like a
That's funny.
700-pound man who can't see his feet talking about, bro, new high score on 2K, all that shit. I'm like, bro, what the gives a fuck?
Since
Get
you-
out and play.
Since you're hating on 2K, you know how crazy 2K is now that they're having drafts. I'm serious.
Isn't LeBron like playing 2K now? Like he plays like or streams
But
2K or some shit?
There's teams now that they're making money, but they also have drafts. So if you're an upcoming player, they'll put you in the draft, and then
Hey, good for you. Make your money however you want to make
it's
it.
crazy though, right?
It can't convince me to partake in
It's
that.
crazy. I saw a video of this dude had his mom and his I think his like sister, and they were congratulating him and they were hugging each other and they were crying that he joined this team, that he got picked up in the first round. I was like, for 2K?
That's fucking ridiculous.
In what world do we live in?
The world we live in is there's an opportunity for literally everyone in anything. I can sit here and shit on the idea all I want and talk about health and fitness and all that crap,
Yeah.
but the fact that you can make there's so many opportunities for a human being to make money nowadays.
There's no excuse.
Yeah, like from 5 and 6 year olds, playing with their toys and unboxing them on YouTube,
Yeah.
and making basically setting up their college fund at like 8 without their parents.
But even though you said
People just playing like basketball video games, and you can't play basketball in real life. Cool, pick up a controller and play.
but even if you like, how can you tell? Let's say you have a 10-year-old and he's making 6 figures from playing video games. How are you going to tell him to go to school? How are you going to tell him to do anything around the house? He's just like, okay, I'll just get my own place.
Okay, and pay for my own internet.
That's what I'm
do all that.
saying.
Like it's.
You lose all credibility. Like I'm making more money.
Yeah, but
than
you
but
can't. But that's not a reason. Like, if you can't, as a parent, figure out how to motivate and inspire your kid,
yeah.
that's a different issue. You shouldn't. I don't think you should pigeonhole
Well,
kids
if I have a
or
child,
people in general.
if I have a child and he's like 12 years old and he's playing Fortnite and he becomes like the #1 player and he's making $1 million, he will tell me to go to sleep.
You have to.
I will go pick up the trash.
You have to teach. First of all, no.
Like, I'll be like, all right, kid, like, go play video
no.
Fortnite. I'll go here and
That
stay
should
here.
that should motivate you to make even more money. But I'm unplugging
You can't
his shit.
compete.
I'm unplugging his shit. It's like, no
You can't
electricity,
compete.
bro.
You can't compete.
No. But you know what? I would probably
He's going to be
sit them down
controlling the
and
AC
be
at the house.
listen, you're young. You got a long life ahead of you. This is how you set yourself up for the future.
Yeah.
Like, you should be finishing school, doing all that stuff, and learning how to set yourself up for retirement by 25.
But I think for like, especially like now looking at it, like if I have a child and he's like, you know what, I don't want to be a doctor or a lawyer, whatever, things that our parents trying to push us to, and he's like, you know what, I want to be a pro video gamer, I'll be all for it.
I would teach them about longevity, because I'm sorry, if
Yeah.
you're a 10-year-old, you're not going to be 10 and cute forever. How do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are going to get sick of watching this.
Yeah.
You're going to start going through puberty.
There's a limit of how much shit you can get away.
You're going to go for, look, daddy bought me Legos too. Bro, this new Lego set, fire.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
people you're not going to be in the same position in life. So you
mindset.
have to explain that to him. Like, hey, you need to watch your money right now as a
No,
parent.
That's funny, yeah.
If I'm a responsible parent, not some of you bums out there who are stealing from your kids. Like, I would you need to set up, save all this fucking money, put that shit in savings, at least finish high school.
Yeah.
You know my thing. Like, I feel like high school is the mandatory. College should be optional.
I wouldn't say savings, I'll say investing.
Save it. Put it in a thing that just generates interest, and
Yeah.
then start after you're 18. Teach him about investing. Teach him about
taking
money
risks.
management, risk management,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, and just let that money ride
No,
risk free
absolutely.
until you get to 18, and then be like, my guy, you are on your own. Do what
No,
you want.
definitely, like you're gonna see that a lot in the new generations of the parents
Yeah.
of teaching them,
Because what did we say? That 10-year-old was making like what, $50K a month or some shit like that?
$50K a month.
Like that. It was like
Way
an
more than
8-year-old
that.
or some
They're
shit. Like
way
he
more
was
than
making
that.
like $50K a month.
Way more than that.
One of them was like. There's more than one, obviously.
We're talking about the one. His product is on Target. He does toy reviews. He's worth his whole thing is worth over $100 million.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's crazy,
Because the house that they use.
bro. Next topic, bro. I'm unemployed and this is depressing me. Next topic.
No, I would say it's very smart. The parents are very smart, because the house that they use to film the toy reviews is under the business. It's not the house that they live in.
Yeah, we talk. Yeah.
Everything, all the toys is actually free because they don't buy any of it. All the companies send them to them, and every time they do a review, they do shows. I have nieces and nephews they actually they watch it, and it doesn't just give them toy reviews. They actually even show them like how to return things and how to buy things at certain stores. So there's some educational stuff on them. But shout out to the whole family; they're worth over $100 million just from their kid. But how can you tell a 7-year-old that you're worth $100 million and you have to go to sleep by 8? Like, it's just weird. Anyways,
I'm gonna hit him. I'll be like, bro, just slide me a little something.
I would just punch him. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro, you can't kidnap that kid with candy. He'll be like, I'd buy the candy store, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what? What do you want for that van right now?
Yeah,
That creepy
yeah.
van you're trying to. How much you want for it? Let's just
Yeah.
call this a day.
Here's $100. Go fuck off. Like, leave me alone.
You want some candy? No, nigga, I own the factory, bro.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of
literally.
here. Oh, bro, it's like those cartoons. You see those cartoons and kids just get a shit ton of money and they waste it on stupid shit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways.
Well, speaking of, we were just talking about
Basketball.
LeBron a couple of bit ago and just 2K. LeBron hit 40,000 points ever. Congratulations.
It's not a
it
big
was
deal.
nice for it to happen under a Laker uniform. We have, just the purple and gold has a lot of records, and that's all I want to say about Lakers right now because I don't hear fucking shit from them.
Wait, LeBron hit how many points?
40,000.
Who cares, dog?
Yes.
Who
Shut the fuck
fucking
up.
cares? Who fucking cares?
What
If I
happened
played in
to-
the league 20 years, 20 plus years, I'll probably hit fucking 42.
You
He's
have
not
to,
there.
every year. You have to average.
He's not there, bro.
You have to average like
That's
25
dumb.
points a game for.
Everybody
20
keeps talking LeBron
years?
this, LeBron that. He ain't Jordan. He ain't Kobe. That's it. That's the end of the
Okay,
conversation.
you're an antagonist, but I just don't want to hear
No,
about my
I'm
Lakers right
saying
now.
this is- bro.
Until my Lakers are out of the play-in, I don't want to hear about it. Until they hit the 6th seed, I don't want to hear about
They
it.
won't be in the play.
I think they're actually very close now. The Mavericks have been doing shit, so they've been dropping down. They're only like 2 games different.
It's definitely a weird year.
Your Warriors.
Let's
have
not talk about my
been-
babies.
What happened to your Warriors?
Dude, they got. Did you see the Celtics game?
That was disgusting.
That was bad.
That was disgusting. I saw the highlights. Steph had a layup, and he was like, Steph with a great layup to cut the lead to 46. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, it was bad.
I said, this is what we're praising now? Like,
Yeah,
bro.
no, it's
He's been going through it. You could tell, like, his points is like he's not even trying anymore. He's like, he's given up.
no. They
He's
know
like mentally checked
they
out.
know the team needs to be rebuilt.
They shouldn't have gotten Chris Paul in the first place. Why?
I said this from the day
we
one,
talked about
but
this.
we don't
like,
know.
You
We don't know
have
why.
a star, like, fresh young point guard in Steph Curry. Why do you need Chris Paul?
I think they're just being petty.
They needed a Draymond replacement. Or a good center. They needed a Draymond
They
replacement.
need a good center. They need a good center.
They need a Draymond
They need a good
replacement and a
center.
good shooting guard, actually.
They need a good center.
Somebody to replace Poole.
And they need what's it called? They need the chemistry again. You could tell nobody's having fun. Warriors
They
are
hate
doing.
each other.
Yeah, like you could tell there's a lot of tension in the locker room. I don't know if it's like on Coach Kerr. I don't know if it's from Steph or Clay. Something is going on that nobody's talking about,
It's
and they
not
need to
Steve
figure
Kerr
that
with
out.
this. It's not Steve Kerr. It's just everybody's sick of all the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Chris Paul need to go. Chris Paul, I'm sorry. You need to retire, my guy. You're not useful anymore.
Well, he should have retired 3 years ago.
You need to retire or become a bench player. All right?
No, or just go coach a girls' college team or something. Fuck off. Like,
Just fuck off.
yeah, fuck off the NBA.
You know, hey, you want to get that money, but just get it on a bummy team. Go to, like, I don't know, the fucking Pelicans or some shit. Get your money there.
Yeah,
Isn't he from New Orleans? Go back to Charlotte. Yeah,
Literally.
didn't they draft him? Go back to Charlotte,
Yeah.
bro.
Finish off your career there where you started, you bum ass career.
Exactly.
I
Well, I don't know
fucking
about.
hate
I'm not
him.
gonna call him a bum, but at the same
He's a
time, like
bum.
you're in your. I'm
I'll
not
say it to
very
his face,
useless.
he's a bum.
He's not in his useful era anymore.
He
You know.
hasn't been.
He has been. He has been. Stop it. Stop being a hater.
We're talking about when he was with the Suns and they went to the finals. They choked. And he's literally, and then as soon as they choked, he goes, I'm addicted to playing in the finals. That was your first and last chance. So where the fuck are we talking about? He's a bum.
It's not. He's not a. I just don't think he's as useful as people think he is.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't think he's as useful as people think he is. You had, especially in this era, all of any of the 5 positions. You could find a point guard that's the size of any of the 5 positions. You can find a big point guard. You can find a little point guard. So why I have a 6'1" point guard who can barely jump?
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Warriors should have picked up Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah, didn't he drop 32 on his debut in
Yep.
the G League?
He still got it.
I don't know about NBA got it. but
Yes, the NBA got it.
Either way, you know.
I was like Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways.
Moving on to Jason Kelsey. Jason Kelsey, great career. Obviously going to be, in the Hall of Fame. There's no denying
Absolutely,
that. But I have a question for
absolutely.
you because you love football more than I do.
Okay.
How do you think this hurts the Eagles' chances? I think it drops the Eagles' chances. Because from what I understand and just look, it sounded like he wasn't just like an excellent player for the team, but he was
Yeah.
also like leader to the young
Yes.
group. He had that follow me and my work ethic mentality. And now that he retires, like they lose something. And
Yeah.
who's going to take a spot?
um,
You should try to get Aaron Donald, honestly.
I don't think.
Is he still playing? Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so was it 13 years that he's
12.
12,
12 or 13.
12, 13. First of all, what a legendary career.
Mhm.
You're right. He wasn't just like a center. First of all, he's the first
Offensive. You said center, offensive.
offensive. Yep. So I said center. It's just funny.
He's just thinking of basketball.
Yeah. Show me another person that plays the same role as him as now and has a bigger brand as him. Nobody
I don't know about bigger brand, but are we talking about outside of football or in football?
in football.
Aaron Donald.
He sells more jerseys than Kelsey.
Then Jason? Not
Yeah.
Travis.
Jason.
I think Jason sells more jerseys because of Travis now. Everybody
No,
wants
stop it.
everybody wants the brothers jersey,
Stop.
especially after they played
Stop
played against each
Stop it.
other. I think because they played against each other,
Well, anyways,
his stock went up.
I
But
went.
in terms of like career play and career achievements,
Look,
Aaron Donald is like
No.
the equivalent.
no, not even.
Bro,
equivalent.
look it up.
They're not even equivalent. Jason Kelsey, I think he will be back, not playing, but in the Eagles organization. I feel like he's going to be there helping them out. So I don't think they're going to be left with nothing. I feel like whoever's going to come up and take his spot, he will definitely have Jason
Maybe
Kelce.
not this year. I think he might take a year to chill.
I doubt it.
You
There's no
see
way.
how he's been partying and shit, just having a great
Yeah,
time.
he can have a great time, but he doesn't have to train. Now he can be one of the part of the staff. I think he will be back a part of the staff. His wife is a huge Philly fan. Like, she's not even against football. So like I can see him getting a job there as a staff member. So you're still gonna have that leader in the room, as that's all that matters. And whoever is gonna take a spot, he will have him under his wing. So I don't think they're gonna take a big hit. They'll take a hit of him not playing, but he'll still be around the team. It's impossible for him to leave, like the whole organization. There's no way. So I don't see it happening.
That's fucking weird. Like I disagree. I don't think he's gonna do all that. I'm
Well,
sorry. I think he's just gonna retire and take a break from football before he does anything else.
No, I doubt it. There's no way, man. It's hard. It would be sad.
I know it'll be sad, but like you have to look at it from. You've been doing something for 13 fucking years.
There's a way
You're
you can
going
do
to need a break, and also like There's not going to be any room for him right now. Like you have to plan this shit. You know, you have to plan this shit, and just in terms of maybe there's. Have you even considered there's no space for him right now? He doesn't
Maybe
even know what he wants to do.
okay. Maybe it's fair to say that he might not go back to the Eagles, but I can see him doing something with football overall. I can see him being a podcaster. Besides having his own pod,
motherfucker thinks they have
I could see him being on Fox, talking about games and stuff like that. Like I can see him doing something involved with football. Period. I don't see.
Okay, fair enough.
But because the way I said, way I think, like you're saying, retired, that he's going to be disappeared from the.
I think he's gonna go coaching young kids.
I can see that.
Like high school. He might go into like maybe a childhood high school or some shit like that.
Like in Ohio and like help
out. He gives
out.
me that vibe. He gives like I want to build people up.
Yeah.
Especially after reading like his trainer. Remember did you see his trainer came out with that long thing on how he's been the person with him like every day for like his entire career, taped him up every game except for like the last ones.
Yeah.
And all the stuff he discussed, doing for him. I was like, you know what? He gives me like I'm not gonna waste my time with this. I'm gonna like do something to build up younger kids. So he might be like just do like kind of like what Kobe did, high school coaching, shit like that.
No, you can definitely see
I don't know how many kids they have, if they're boys or girls or whatever. I know he's got quite a few, but
he only has girls.
He only has girls.
Then there's no boys.
Shit. They're gonna be some big bitches.
Stop, stop,
bro. Look at your dads.
Stop it.
Look at your dad. Look at your uncles.
Do you ever watch that?
Big bitches.
Do you ever watch the podcast?
No.
Podcast. The Kelce brothers.
No.
It's actually really good.
I was gonna say earlier, like any motherfucker thinks they can have a podcast, and we're any motherfuckers who think we can have a podcast.
We are the motherfuckers that think we have a podcast.
But no, I don't listen. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
I have like 5 that I listen to on a regular basis. 4 that I listen to on a regular basis.
I have 2. And that's it.
Yeah. You know what's really weird?
What?
Mine is not on the ones we listen to on a regular basis. I'll like watch the
We
video,
can't.
but
It's impossible.
why is it impossible?
Because it's like we hear our voices and we're just like, who the fuck?
I got over that actually.
I have not been over that.
I got over that. But I don't know, there's something about it, like, because I know what's coming up.
Like I can deal with the clips.
Yeah, I could do like half an episode before I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't like listening to myself when we do like anytime we get to I'm listening and we
I
get to
literally
the
just said.
No, when I see when we get to like Reddit and stuff like that, I think I have a terrible laugh and it makes me cringe. So as soon as we get to like now the Reddit sections, or I was like, no, Twitter, and like nope.
Yeah.
Fast forward this, I'm good. I'm not doing that. But yeah, that was my thing. For us, congratulations, Jason. You had a great career. It's nice to be able to say like me and my brother got both Super Bowl champs.
That's fire.
It is what it is.
And I think one thing though, last thing I want to mention, they on their podcast they talk about how he's in the works of actually bringing back backyard football game. Do you remember backyard football?
No.
Like the mini version of it. Like they're like little kids, like helmets, and it's a video game. You play backyard football. There's backyard baseball, backyard soccer. It was like a very trendy game.
No, I don't remember that.
And he's bringing it back. So I thought that was kind of cool.
No,
like he's bringing back childish stuff. Because we noticed that some of these players now are retiring are around our same generation.
They're like early 90s people.
Yeah, because now I'm realizing now like all these new kids that I'm looking at their jerseys. I'm like, why am I about to buy a 20-year-old jersey? It's like I'm not doing that. I'm not wearing.
Like, I'm 30 years old.
Yeah, like I'm not doing that.
I'm not buying your jersey.
Like,
get the fuck out of here.
Like I think for me, like Steph, Luka,
Steph's 34.
Clay,
33.
Will be probably the last jerseys that I'll buy.
Steph, Luka, Clay. Luka's like a child. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Luka's get a pass though.
Luka's like 24.
Yeah, but Luka's like a homie. Luka is a homie. There's a difference.
No, I don't see Luca as a homie. I'm sorry.
You don't like Luca?
No, it's not I don't like Luca. I just don't see him as the homie.
Luca's a homie though. That's a bad white boy. That's a bad white boy.
Was.
Pause.
Was. White boys can jump. Speaking of which, I actually saw a thing that most of the great NBA stars right now, or like the biggest stars,
Yeah.
are not American.
Yeah, the Europeans.
European, Africa, some shit like Embiid.
Yeah.
Just because he got his citizenship, they're gonna try to include him in that shit. He's
No.
not American, bro.
No.
I'm sorry, you can't get your shit
That's
in
why-
like 30s and then talk about I'm I'm American. You Senegalese, Congolese, wherever the fuck he's from, Ivory Coast.
Yeah, but that's why when they play in the Olympics, it's gonna be a fucking real tournament.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody at the Biden administration was like, run that shit through right
Yeah.
now. I don't care if you
That's
can say
why
the national anthem.
That's why they're trying to recruit every top player in the NBA.
You know, they're trying to do the Saudi Arabia, Middle East thing where they just
Yep.
find
Everybody.
athletes from random countries and like, hey, we give you a nice little passport.
Yep.
Get your family out
Same,
the hood.
same thing with the USA soccer team. The men's, half of like most of them, they're not even like they're Americans.
But not like born and learned the sport here.
You know whose country is like that the most, and they're actually really good? France.
Oh yeah, terrible. The
Fran-
French are terrible. You already know how I feel about that.
France, it's one of the best countries in the World Cup. But if you actually take the ancestry test on all the players, not one of them is like actually.
Well,
French.
I'll give him that. I don't care if you're like immigrant from another country, but like for me to consider you for like an Olympic, did you learn the sport in France? Like Mbappe learned the sport in France.
No,
you know what I mean?
That's different. No, that's different.
Like, did you move here when
No,
you were young
because you
and
can
learn the sport?
You can
Cool,
learn
that's
no,
fine.
you can learn the sport anywhere, but like I think you should play where your bloodline is.
That's a bit much.
No, it's
Because
not.
you know what? I will say this: home is where the heart is, and if you don't have the heart for where you grew up,
So I love
Like,
San
I
Diego.
thought-
So I love San Diego. I can say I'm from San Diego.
no. Did you grow up in San Diego and you have fond memories?
No, you
and
said where your
attachment?
heart is.
Yeah, like where did you like grow up? Where do you have like the personal connection? Like I'm a citizen of 3 fucking countries. I always daydream about this. I'm like, if I ever become like an athlete or something, like, where am I gonna
which
play?
country?
Like, am I gonna play and represent
You're gonna
Sudan
have like
and lose?
You're gonna have 3 different flags and be like, I pick.
I'm like, do I play and represent Sudan and lose, or do I play and represent France and kind of win?
Okay, so you have America, France, and Sudan.
Yeah.
You're playing for the World Cup. You have to
they
represent-
asked me, they're like, Kareem, which country
Exactly,
you gonna play?
yeah.
I'm like,
Which one are you picking?
money says USA.
Fuck the money. Everybody's paying you even. Every team, like the Sudan team is great, the France team is great, America is just the same. Whatever team you're gonna go on is gonna win automatically.
What?
But which country are you gonna pick?
Oh, that's not fair because if every country.
Because I want to
if it's
see
gonna-
which one are you gonna pick. If-
Sudan.
Okay,
not
that's
hard.
what's up.
But that's only if everyone's going to win automatically. I'm sorry. I don't have enough love for
No,
Sudan.
because it doesn't matter if you're gonna win. It depends on what you're representing.
It makes I don't have enough love for Sudan to
Yeah.
be like, you know what? I'm going to represent Sudan to say that, for the country of Sudan and uplift us. Because I still have some shit against Sudan. Don't get me wrong.
Everybody's
Like, there's
having
a lot of
their own
no. I have some deep shit that I don't give a fuck about Sudan. Okay, I promise you this.
Okay.
All right, I have some real shit that I'm like, fuck this place.
All right.
And I do have also fond memories and all that, but
Yeah, but that's fair.
people are not gonna understand that. I'm gonna get cussed out by
No.
family. They're gonna be
That-
like, the colonizer mentality. Niggas, fuck you, okay? I may have had a good childhood there, but I also had some shitty fucking memories associated with culture and country, okay?
Yeah.
So I have
I can
I have
relate.
my
I
own
can relate.
personal reason to be like, fuck you.
No, I can relate to.
See what I mean? But then
Yeah.
also I'm like, bro, the French are terrible. I can't let them win.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, USA is stacked. I don't want to win like that.
USA
my pride is like, I don't want to join Team USA and just barely win.
USA is like neutral ground
Yeah,
for you.
USA is the easy way out.
That's how it is.
If I represent USA, like it's the easy way out. We're gonna win.
Yeah.
Almost, especially we're talking about like basketball, my favorite sport. Like we're gonna win anyway. If I'm like supposedly a star, like Team USA is full of stars. I don't have to play.
No,
we're
that's
gonna win.
fair. But I don't think USA is gonna win the tournament this year.
France will give me a challenge. I might choose France just because it'll be a good challenge. But
Yeah.
then my stock is gonna plummet because the Americans are gonna hate me.
Yeah. You already know which one
Yeah,
I
I might
pick.
choose France because if I have a good chance to win, and then if I do win, I can be like, you know what, I didn't join a stacked team
Yeah.
and we won. Again, by the way, this is all a daydream. Like I'm not an
I know.
star athlete in any way, shape, or form.
That was like one of my first dreams is playing soccer and representing Palestine. Like I think and I could probably because the team right now is like just random players.
But you have a better connection to Palestine, like
Yeah.
to this very day. Like you have more
Yeah.
fun.
And also, and you know it too, we're very proudful. And you would know a Palestinian by the first minute because they will say it the first
Oh,
minute.
yeah, 'cause they won't shut the fuck up.
We
about
won't
Alan
shut.
Young.
We're literally the Arab Puerto Ricans.
Marhaba, na Philistini. Nigga,
That's-
if you don't shut the fuck up, just give
that's
me your
literally
name.
you are.
I
Like,
didn't ask where your flag
we're
is.
literally the Arab Puerto Ricans. We always have a Palestinian flag in the car. We have the loudest music. We have the best food.
Well, I don't know about that.
Shout out to my Poricuas, you know what I'm
We
saying?
all eat the same food, okay?
Relax.
All you niggas eat the same food.
Relax.
You eat the same food rebranded,
Relax.
okay?
You say knafe, but so you have no fucking.
You guys eat the
credibility.
same food rebranded.
Get the fuck out of here.
I go to a Lebanese restaurant. It's the same shit on the menu until you get to
They
dessert.
want to be us.
Until you get to dessert, it's all the same until you get to dessert, and that's when the beef starts.
That's what the beef starts.
Yeah,
That's all
same
the-
shit. You go to the go to
Yeah.
a fucking I don't know a Saudi restaurant. You know Saudi have unique food. They
Yeah.
do a lot of chicken.
You know what's funny though? Because like we joke around, like especially like Palestinians, Lebanese, Jordanians, Egyptians, like we always clown on each other, but especially about food, words. But when one person disrespects us, we all team up. Just like we're like, hold on, don't be saying
Yeah.
shit like that. No, but it was cool.
No, I can't do that. I'm sorry. Like, I love my family. I can't stand the
Yeah.
culture. That's the easiest way to explain it.
No,
I
that's
love
fair.
my family. I love my friends. All that. I can't stand the culture.
Okay, That's
so
fair.
I'm sorry, Sudanese people who hear this. Y'all gonna think I'm a sellout. 100%. Give me enough money, I will burn all of you down the river. Give me enough money, I will be a dictator. Fuck all of that.
Well, speaking of major breaking news in the sport, did you see that Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson?
I did. I don't understand why.
So this
Explain
is the
to
thing.
me. Let me know.
So this is the thing I want to say. First, I'm going to break it down. To everybody who's a boxing fan, a fight fan, making fun of Jake Paul, it's crazy to me because there's nobody out there right now besides Canelo in the boxing world who's bringing a lot of money and a lot of pay-per-views and a lot of views, especially like new eyes on the sport besides Jake Paul. Who else? Who else? So I don't know why you guys hating on the fucking kid. And he also taking the sport seriously. Most of his card, all his fighters are getting paid very well. Like he's actually great to the sport. So I don't know why he's getting that much hate. Now, him picking opponents, yes, they are crazy because his last opponent turned out to be an Uber driver, but he had a professional record of like 18 something. So even though he's an Uber driver, he still got in the ring and knocked him out. But you got to respect Jake Paul because he's bringing fans to the new sport. I will not be surprised 10 years down the line, there's going to be some new superstar in boxing. He'd be like, I started boxing because of Jake Paul. I would not be surprised if I hear that. If you think that's crazy, fuck out of here. Now, him fighting Mike Tyson, it's actually kind of sad because Mike Tyson is very old. A month ago, I was watching a video of him walking around with a
I'm like,
stick.
What the fuck?
So I don't even know why. And Mike Tyson's posting this video. He goes, sign the contract. I'm like,
Bro, he want to get paid. He don't give a shit.
it's great. I don't even know how he's going to pass his physical. Because you have to pass a really hard physical to get you to actually fight.
Oh yeah, because there's like injury and all that.
Oh,
shit.
bros. Like,
Bro, they're
it's,
gonna just bribe that shit and pay it through. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's Mike."
or they do this thing where it's like stage where the fight ends in a draw or one of them takes a dive. It is what it is.
It's gonna be Mike who's gonna take the dive.
But one thing that people are not talking about, do you know where it's the fight is going to be showing?
No.
On Netflix Live, which a lot of people are not realizing how big that is. Because if Netflix Live does this event and it turns out, regardless of how the fight goes or the undercard, whatever it is, you know how huge that is for Netflix? Because now they can do live events. How many people you know they have Netflix?
Quite a lot.
So guess how much people are going to be watching it? Everybody's going to be watching it. If Netflix gets this done, because they already did it last year and we talked about it with Chris Rock's special. Chris Rock's special,
Oh,
when
yeah,
he
they
made
did
fun
that.
of Will Smith, that was a live event. Then after the event was done, then they edited it out where you can just watch the stand-up comedy. But it was a live event. Netflix is about to take over. I already seen like 2 days ago, I checked their stock. It went up as soon as that news went up, was told. Like that's going to be the future now where, oh, you're going to watch the fight? Oh, cool. Yeah, we got Netflix. We don't even have to buy it because everybody has it.
Okay.
Like this just makes more sense to me. And that's why a lot of people are not talking about because they're just talking about, oh, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. It's going to be on Netflix. That is so fire.
Well, I have Netflix Premium, so I can probably be able to watch it.
Yeah.
The annoying
Everybody's
things
going to
about-
watch it.
I think you know what? I agree with you. I think there's gonna be a good opportunity for Netflix, just simply because let's be honest, pay-per-view and all that bullshit is so fucking annoying and inconvenient. It's impossible to watch a fight if you don't have like $70 or whatever, $70, $80, whatever the fuck it costs.
It's a lot now, especially in this
And then
economy.
It's a lot of limiting. It's limiting. You can't watch this, screen share that. You have all these fucking problems. The apps won't let you do this. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, this is fucking annoying.
So put some respect on Jake Paul's name because he's doing new things.
I'll give him that.
He's bringing new audience to the boxing world because I'm telling you right now, boxing is dead. You know who you guys should be mad about? Not Jake Paul. You guys should be mad at the promoters who are denying us good fights. You should be mad about also again the promoters for not paying fighters what they should be paying because Jake Paul is doing that. So don't be mad at Jake Paul. Get mad at the promoters.
Yeah,
Get mad at these big old companies that are ripping us off from good fights and these fucking worse ass, rigged ass judges that ruin actually fights as well. So fuck out of here. Put some respect on Jake Paul's name.
I think at this point we can stop the he's a YouTuber jokes. Like
He's
obviously
not.
he knows
He's
how
a
to
fighter.
box.
He's a
obviously knows
fighter.
how to box. I will say this. I need you to take it more seriously and box some current people. Like some better younger
He doesn't
people.
need to.
I know he doesn't need to, but
He doesn't need
for your
to.
own credibility for us, like I don't want to see you watch
Because
like,
the whole
UFC,
point-
UFC fighters. Who was the one he just took down? Like not even
That's the one I'm talking about. He was an Uber driver. He's a professional fighter, but he had a record of like 18, but he hasn't fought in a minute. And it
See,
turns
I don't need that.
but he's a professional fighter, regardless.
I need you fighting somebody
Because-
like I don't need you to fight Canelo, but just fight somebody who's who's active and like what Tommy Fury didn't he fight Tommy?
Yeah, and he lost in decision.
That's fine, but that's you fought somebody who's active and taking boxing very seriously.
Yeah.
You know what? I respected him for that.
Yeah.
Even though he lost, I was like, bro, much respect. You finally fought somebody who who actually knows how to box, and
Yeah.
you held your own. Like it wasn't a blowout match.
But you got to
You know?
like
I
for
just need
me,
you
I
fighting
get it.
more
I
Tommy Furies.
you want some more Tommy Furies? That's acceptable.
I no longer see him as just a YouTuber.
No, he's a
who's
boxer.
boxing. Cool. You are now a boxer. I respect you for being a boxer. Now please fight more
Boxer,
boxers.
and he's a promoter. Like who else can promote a fight?
Yeah, he's a marketing genius. I'll give him that.
Huge,
Him and his brother, marketing geniuses.
huge.
There you go.
So you got
Do
to
your
put
thing.
some respect on Jake Paul. Stop fucking hating on him.
You
Um,
don't have to like him, but you got to respect what he's done. It is what it is.
100%. No, so that was it. But and also, man, congratulations to Netflix, man. I'm excited what they have because, like I said, so far, their movies are collection are getting better. Their only Netflix shows are getting better. You can download games on Netflix, and now you can probably watch live events. I might see down the line if a live event does work, where they do like an extra charge, which is fair
Right.
because they got to still make their money. But huge news because now imagine like you have a live event where which one do you want to use? You want to make them pay-per-view where they have to go on the link, or it's already something that everybody has on their phone in their house. They can just have to show up live. That's
Yeah,
it.
it is what it is. Like if that works better for me, honestly.
Yeah, but Mike Tyson is crazy though.
I just can't with these.
What's going on? Talk to me.
No, I was just looking through some of the "Am I the Assholes" and the confessions or whatever.
Nope.
Yeah, some of these are mad. I'm not gonna read this one.
Okay, go for it.
No. I wanted to say just before movie. Have you watched anything good recently? I watched a movie that I was very surprised was good.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Amazon Prime, I think it's The Beekeeper with Jason Statham or whatever the fuck his name
Yeah, I
is.
do have Amazon Prime.
Yeah, he gets on my nerves. Like, as I don't think he's a great actor, but in this one, I think this movie they hit. So it's not a spoiler, but very quick. It's called The Beekeeper.
Okay.
Right, beekeepers are like a very small sub organization, like free from the government knows they exist, but they're not under any government control, any U.S. government control. Their
Interesting.
job is to like check people in power who start going crazy and fucking up everything for everyone.
Okay.
He's retired, like he's like recently retired, and somebody in the very beginning of the movie, somebody dies, and somebody dies because they got scammed out of a lot of money, and he's basically now pissed and just like taking down this organization like from
Okay.
top to bottom. There's a little bit of comedy in it. It's mostly an action movie. There's a little bit of comedy in it. It's pretty fucking good. I was shocked. I started watching this. I was locked in from the very beginning. It's not crazy long. I think it was like an hour 40, something like that.
I'll add it to the list.
No. It's a good fucking movie.
Is there another Jason Statham movie when it's like the same thing? He's just like doing the same shit.
It probably is, but it's not. You don't see him as much as you see the people around him, which is
Okay.
perfect for me.
Okay.
Like you see the people around him doing the shit, and
so it's not the same
where,
cliche. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the person who dies, like their daughter is a cop, and you see all the other politics and shit more than you see Jason on the stage. You know what I mean? He just shows up to do his shit every now and then, but like
Who the fuck is writing these movies?
I don't know, but this one was good. You know what? I can't hate on. I know I hate on Jason and The Rock and all these people who play the same motherfucker every time.
Yeah.
But you know what? Whoever did it did this one justice.
We're probably going to see a lot of shitty movies coming out for the next 2 years so everybody gets back their jobs because that writer streak,
I don't have a job.
but you're not a writer. Why don't you write a movie? You had it this whole time. Why don't you write a script?
Write a script for what?
Sell it.
No, my scripts are gonna be sad and depressed.
So
Depressing.
what? That might be it.
You know, when we were in LA, actually, we drove past the Netflix
studio?
studio for where they were like, come try out for what's that thing called? The Squid Games. The Squid
Okay.
Games
Yeah, yeah.
live. And because our Airbnb was right next to it. And
I
was thinking,
auditioned for that.
I know you told me, but I saw the building. I said, man, if it wasn't the weekend, we'd drive right in. See
I
what's
was,
up.
but I know why they didn't pick me.
'Cause my shoulder's fucked up. They're
I'm
not
just
gonna pick
using. I'm using the original card because I was Palestinian.
me. Oh, for fuck's
But you know what's crazy though, and when I auditioned for that, they did ask what country because they were doing the country one. They did have Palestine. It wasn't like I typed it in. So I was like, oh, this is
I would have
lit.
just said USA, bro. And then yeah, I said USA until
And then
you
as
get
soon
to
as
the
I got
stage
in, I'd
and
be
you're
like, yo, Palestine.
yeah.
No, but it was
But
cool.
yeah, The Beekeeper is a really good fucking movie.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. You know, I don't care what the rest of y'all say.
Yeah.
That was all. I was all in on that one.
No, that'd be
I
dope.
finished season 2 of Resident Alien. That was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Still pretty fucking funny as well.
Speaking of auditions, I think I'm probably gonna do that end of this year.
The
I'm gonna
Netflix
go,
thing?
no, I think I'm gonna start going auditions again.
Auditions
Yeah, for like commercials or whatever it is. You
could
just
Bro,
see me.
I need to see where Tubi and all of these like smaller like where are you guys getting your actors? Because
Yo, what would you do if I'm in a Tubi movie?
bro, I'm hyping you up. I'm with you,
Dog,
bro. Commercial is commercial. You know,
Yo.
I don't discriminate against
Hey,
anybody,
hey,
but I'm just like this is actually very attainable to me.
I'm gonna pay for my own movie premiere. Fuck it.
I did drama in theater in high school.
Yeah.
I could act.
I just saw one that was wild though. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw a clip of it. It's just about a dude that he hired like a construction worker to fix his house, but it turned out it was his boyfriend from jail. I was like, "Who the fuck is writing these Tubi movies, son?"
No.
Cat Williams. He's like, he's not even on Tubi.
All right, let's go into the. I have the African Caribbean Society Confession, Six Brown Chicks, and Am I the Asshole?
Go for it.
So this one, I've shortened it down, right? So this one, my fiance and I have been engaged for over a year. We finally set our wedding date 6 months ago. We have been planning this day down to the last detail, venue, guest list, all of that shit. Families, everybody said they were cool. They were on board. Everything was smooth sailing. However, my brother threw, a wrench in the works. Man, I guess he fucked it up. He announced he's been offered the opportunity of a lifetime to work abroad. It's a great chance for him, and we're all happy. But the problem is the start date for his new job is a week before my wedding. Now he's asking me to move my wedding day so he can attach both the ceremony and his job orientation. Attend both the
Okay.
ceremony and job. Adjusting the date isn't simple. They have non-refundable deposits. Scheduling would be a logistical nightmare. Also means losing significant amount of money. We've chosen our date based on several factors like venue availability and to make sure many of our loved ones can attend as possible. When I explained this to him, he accused me of being inflexible and not considering how important it is for him to have his job opportunity. My parents are siding with him, saying it wouldn't hurt to look into changing the date, but I feel like we're being unfairly pressured over something that was planned well in advance. Am I the asshole for refusing to change my wedding date, even though it means him not attending?
By the way, this is you shorting the story.
The story was much.
This is you shorting the fucking story.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. All of these "Am I the assholes" like are crazy.
Like this
long.
is a Jamaican wedding.
No. This is just a regular "Am I the asshole." I don't know who wrote
Why?
that.
No, you're not an asshole. If you plan the wedding, you plan the date.
Like many years, like I'd be the asshole. For example, my sister's wedding, we all know, was like in December.
Yes.
If something came up and I wasn't able to attend, heartbreaking. My family would understand. I would never ask my sister to change the.
There's
wedding
only
date.
two reasons why. There's only two reasons where you can change the wedding.
Mhm.
Fuck it, we had a 3-1 because it just happened a couple years ago. War. If there's a war, we actually have in the wedding.
Which is what how my
Right,
sister
which
changed
is
it the
that
first
what-
time.
yep. Second one is the death in the family,
Yes, because nobody wants.
and the
that.
third one, if the whole world goes on a lockdown because of a fucking disease.
Yeah, outside.
That's
of that,
it. Outside of that,
nobody
that's it.
cares. Like death or injury in to like a serious to a family member. Honestly,
Yeah.
if my mom got hurt, she'd just be showing up in a cast.
That's what I'm saying.
We'd live stream that shit for her.
I think moms have their best. They're always healthier during weddings. I've never seen a mom that's sick or not.
Oh yeah, everybody in our house got sick a week after, like 3-4 days after the wedding. We all got sick.
Yeah, bro.
It's like your body wills you through something, and as soon as it's done, your body's like, I'm
I,
good.
bro,
All these bacteria,
like,
let them take over.
Like sucks to say it, but I seen people were sick, and then the wedding's the next day, and they were like a brand new person. And then the next day they'd be like they go back to
It's
it.
called
But
makeup, yeah, Islam.
huh?
It's called makeup, yeah, Islam. They get rid of all the.
No, they'll be
red noses.
dancing and stuff. Especially like the old men at the Arab weddings, they'd be doing the depche,
No,
and they'd be like, no,
knees can't do that.
no problem with knees, but the next day, wheelchair.
Yep.
But something about it. But no, that's the
Yeah.
only. So they're not an asshole.
This has to be. This has to be like. This has to be like an American wedding.
Oh, I was about to say a white wedding.
I think so.
The whites.
Who would ask? I'm curious to see what opportunity this is. Like, how big of an opportunity are we talking about?
By the way, too.
Because there's a scale. I feel like there's a scale of opportunities.
Yeah.
Like am I becoming a head coach for a NBA team, or am I just
Yeah.
getting my dream job, my dream marketing job, and orientation? Anything that says orientation, I already know this job is not important.
Yeah, it's
If orientation, what are you doing?
your loss.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's your loss. I lost my job in October.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything by November. I stopped looking specifically because I didn't want to get a job and compromise my
Smart.
ability
Yep.
to go to in December. And my family had
And it
my
was
back.
worth it.
And my family had my back. They're like, we got you.
Yeah.
And
And
like,
it was
start
worth it.
looking in January when you come back.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like these are things that, you know, we plan for. My guy, you are not the asshole. Ma'am, you are not the asshole.
And also, how do you feel about, you know, I don't care what he thinks, but like if you planned your wedding and you invited me and then I set up days off that I'm about to go to your wedding and you reschedule it, I'm not going to where you reschedule it. I don't give a fuck if you reschedule
It goes the other way around. It goes
Yeah.
both ways.
I don't care.
Like if
I
the
don't
brother had
care.
already put in,
If I already put in the days off and I already bought my airline ticket, and then like a month later you hit us with sorry we're rescheduling, God forbid, whatever the reason is, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm like, sorry, I'll just send you the gift.
send you a gift, live stream that shit
Yeah.
for me, and we'll call it a day.
That's it.
Yeah, so this one you win. You are not an asshole on this one. I
But-
saw
but-
this one. I saw this from. This one made me really sad. This is a mental health one, and I
Oh.
felt bad for this one. It's very. It's
I'm
like
about to get
it's
real
like
right
two-
now?
It's like two sentences.
Okay, I'm about to
So
get
this
real.
one's from the African Caribbean Society Twitter and Confessions. I know men shouldn't cry, but I broke down at 3 a.m. today, missing my mom's warm hug. Life's difficult, man. St. Andrews University, March 7th. That fucking sucks.
Call your mom, guys. If your mom's still alive,
I
go
know
call your
what it's
mom.
like because these are all people I assume that are like working, who are like living abroad and like
Yeah.
studying abroad. We've all been there, like
Yes,
in
100%.
situations like I did some college like away from my family. I currently live away from my family,
Yeah.
especially through all of this. Man, this is it's a heartbreaking feeling
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
like defeated.
I went
Yeah, that connected with me.
I went 3 years without seeing my mom, and that was probably the worst thing I ever did to myself.
So whoever you are from St. Andrews University,
We feel you on that because
Yeah, I feel you on that one. That's
and
fucked up.
like me saying this, like I literally went 3 years without seeing my mom, and that was probably the dumbest thing I ever did to myself because it's like my mom is here, and I had some friends that they don't even have their mom in their life. You only get one mom. Sometimes, yes, it is hard, especially like us being like immigrant parents, and they didn't know how to raise kids. And we say this all the time. They were just kids themselves raising kids. So be the grown person about it and fix the relationship. If you have a bad relationship with your parents, regardless, go fix it. It's not worth holding that grudge. I am telling you,
But this
I've
isn't a-
seen people in funerals cry with regret because they couldn't call their brother or their sister or their mother to fix
I don't
things
even
up.
think-
It is not worth it.
Sam, I don't even think he has a problem. He just misses like touching them. He misses the
Yes,
feeling.
dude, because
I
there's
talk to my-
nothing
I
like-
talk to my mom almost every day.
Bro,
And
there's
just-
nothing like a mother's love. That's your first love is your mother.
Yep.
She carried you for 9 months.
The beginning part actually was also something like I definitely know that this person came
I
from
love you, Mom.
This person came from like an immigrant household because he said, "I know men shouldn't cry." Bro, this is something that they really only teach you in our cultures.
Yeah,
But it's like it's fucked up. Sometimes a good cry, I'm not gonna lie, a good cry, sit
you
there
need
and
that.
afterwards, yeah, you're all puffy and sore, go wash your face, take a shower, and you just feel like
When I have those
you feel
feel,
clean.
there's days when I have that where like I let it out, and it's because like I miss my aunt. That was like her baby. And then as soon as like I'm done, I always say the same words. Like she would tell me, or my mother would tell me, like "shit halak." And every time I say that, then like I just reset and I just focus. I go on. But yeah, call your mom, yo. Literally, man. There's nothing like your mother's love. Now your dad, call him and talk shit. No, I'm just kidding.
I haven't talked to my dad in time. I don't know what the fuck he's
You
doing.
gotta call your boss, man.
I talked to my dad through my sister.
Yeah.
She'll tell me that
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z. I'll be like, okay, cool, say X, Y, and Z, and
Yeah.
she's like our proxy.
My relationship with my dad was very hard growing up because, like I said, he just didn't know. But now it's like he's my homie.
I think when we grow up, we appreciate like it's in our cultures.
Yeah.
Like I don't know about people who grew up here and stuff, but in our cultures, there is a point where like you understand like, bro, they had to do so much
Yep.
to give us what we're currently doing.
Yep.
I understand you not having the time or energy sometimes. Sometimes, not everything.
Okay.
Right? There are other things like I'm sorry, you still agreed to be a parent. You got to suck it up. This is part of the things you got to suck it up.
Yeah.
But there's some things I'm like, you know what? I can let this and that slide. But there's other things you're like, bro, these come with parenting. You need
Yeah.
to you need to suck it up.
I understand more now because it's like I did some stupid shit and I'm like I can see why they were frustrated. It's like imagine you're working your ass off, taking so much risk, and your kid just does stupid things at school, whatever it is. Nah, man, but like, yeah, you gotta love your parents. You only get one dad and one mom. Like I think one of my
Oh,
moments
Jesus.
that one of the moments I had like realization is when my dad had that surgery 2 years ago,
Okay.
and we were visiting the hospital every day, and the surgery went well, alhamdulillah. And the last day, I called my brother. I was like, "Hey, should I stop by?" He goes, "No, we're gonna check him out like 2 hours later." I was like, "Bet." I was like, "No, I'll just see him at the house." And I saw him at the house, and he was he was really mad at me. He goes, "Why weren't you at the hospital?" And I was like, "No, I told you. They told me they're gonna check you out in a couple of hours. Like, what's the point of me being there, taking up space in that small ass room where I can just see you at the house an hour later?" And then it hit me later on. He's like, he still wanted his boys around. Like he wanted me and my brothers around. Like he wanted his boys,
Mhm.
and that was just like, damn, and he gets it too now because it's like, I want because the whole time he's been working, but now he really like spending time with us. Like we're playing cars now, and he's a fucking prick because he's smoking me in this card game. We play Hind,
My
and
grandma's
he's
the same way. I
Ugh.
can't stand playing. Well, she's not a prick, first of all.
Yeah.
Never disrespect
playing
my
with
grandmother like that.
no, my mom doesn't know how to play. But my dad, we go at it, and it's fun.
My
And I was like,
grandma-
this is what it's all about.
My grandma and her husband it's like that. It's all the time.
Yeah.
It's all the fucking time. They're retired in France, and what else are they gonna do? They can play hand all the fucking
Oh, that's lit, dude. Yeah.
And French hand has like small weird rules there. I'm like, bro, I'm
Yeah.
not doing this with you guys.
Oh no, my dad makes
They'll
up.
choose any opportunity to give you penalties.
Yeah, my dad is the same thing. He started making up his own rules. I'm like, look, he'd be like, I was playing this before I nutted you. Like he just say some wild shit, dude. And he knows he gets to me too. And my dad knows how to count cards. He knows how to count cards well, and he goes, throw that queen. I'm like, you motherfucker. Why the hell are you calling it? No, but I love my pops. I love my mom. Alhamdulillah that I fixed the relationship because, like, that was probably the dumbest thing I did in my 20s. What do you got? What do you got? We got last one before we leave.
Oh, last one. There's a story over some dumb bitch, or there's a quick one that says, I'm in love with an older woman who doesn't love me back. I'm unable to move on. Coventry University. My guy, I'm going to say this. Human beings are abundant. You will find another older woman. Like, I don't know what the fuck your issue is. This one is gross. And
He's crying over an older woman?
He's like, I'm in love with an older woman who doesn't love me back. So he's university age. He's like between 18 and 22.
Yeah, so...
What's older woman, 32?
Damn.
From that perspective, older
that
woman,
was Kareem.
older
that
woman
said
could
that.
be 35. If you're 18, an older woman to you could be 35.
That was Kareem that said that. I don't call you as old.
I said what I said. Perspective.
I think anybody over 30 is vintage.
I'm 30, bro. Life is about perspective.
Okay, I think y'all vintage classy. So if you're
All right,
over
we're gonna
30,
read this one
hit up your boy.
because we have a little bit of time. We're still under an hour. So, question from 6 Brown Chicks. Nelly ended a 14-year friendship over some dick. I didn't steal her last 2 boyfriends. They chose me. We'll get to that later. The first time it happened, she never found out and didn't get hurt. Then she met a king, and I stayed away from him until they got engaged. When King proposed, I was confused because I knew he wanted me from day one, and I was concerned that he was just trying to use Nelly. Brackets, we live in Kansas City. Men propose just to move in and live off you for years.
Oh,
And you will
shit.
never see a wedding. That happened to me twice. Okay, so Kansas City, avoid. I asked King to stop by and pick up some wigs for Nelly. King came over. I was naked and ready to give him some, but he pulled out his phone and FaceTime Nelly, said, "This wicked hoe is trying to fuck." I've known Nelly for half of my life. She should have known that I was just trying to see what kind of man he was.
Oh, she's trying to
What?
reverse it. She's trying to reverse psychology on that.
Bro, the gaslighting. But
Yep.
she won't let me explain. How do I get my best friend back? They're getting married in June. The comments cussing her out, first of all. They're getting married in June, and I should be there to celebrate with them.
I guarantee she's some ugly ass bitch too.
So let's start with let's break down the gaslighting, right? First thing, Nelly ended a 14-year friendship over some dick. First of all, I didn't steal her last 2 boyfriends.
They chose her.
me. Sweetheart, you just at the end of it said that you actively tried to steal your friend's man.
The first one maybe happened because you did say that she never found out about the
Just
first
'cause
one.
Okay.
Okay. The second one, you had the assumption that he wanted you this whole time. Now you live in imagination. You're a fucking psycho in the head. That you think that I guarantee you, her friend is actually beautiful, and she's the ugly friend,
Oh, this is.
and she thinks she's just jealous of her. I guarantee
Even
you.
if they're both gorgeous, like she's
there's
definitely
no way.
insecure.
There's no way. There's no way.
Then she said,
Bro,
"Oh, people will try
listen.
to live off you and never propose." She just said they're getting married in June.
Exactly.
So obviously, this man is not scamming her.
she's making stuff in her head. I guarantee you that she's some fucking ugly ass bitch because she said she walked out naked and first thing he did was like, let me FaceTime my wife.
He said,
And
I said, no, this wicked bitch came out here naked. I want no parts of the smoke.
Exactly.
Get me the fuck out
Because
of here.
if she was hot,
Even if she was hot, bro. This is
If
Nelly,
she
first
was
of all,
hot-
Nelly must be gorgeous, like loaded with money. She must be
If-
gorgeous and loaded.
Because if she was hot, even let's say he called his wife, he probably would think about it for like a good minute. He'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Oh, what's going on?" I'd immediately grab the phone and is like, "Fuck no, fuck no." Think about it.
Jesus. She said, ended a
Crazy bitches.
This is gaslighting from the beginning to the end, and she just keeps contradicting herself.
That's why the men are the victim.
I don't understand this. Even if they chose you, that doesn't give you a reason to fuck up your
I
friendship.
hate that. Yeah, no. Well, that's always because I guarantee
Like, you
you.
don't have to accept the offer.
I told you, her friend is hot. She's ugly. She's the fridge that's protecting this neck.
Jesus. Okay, I don't agree with the friend is hot. She's ugly, but
She's
she's not a friend. She's some bitter bitch.
Yeah.
She might. Be,
I had some the girls I talked with and their friends kind of like ruined it. They'd be like, "Oh, he's Arab. Don't this
something
and this and
about-
that," and I'd just be like, "Okay, go believe him."
Do you think that there's something about people that when they find out you're in a relationship, you somehow get hotter
It's always like that.
in people's mind?
It's always like that. Or if they
Because
have an assumption,
I'm currently dating someone, and
all of
it's
a
just
sudden now your
like-
DMs are going crazy.
No, my DMs are not going crazy,
Yeah.
but I've definitely had like people make comments and shit. This is why actually I shut down my private Snap.
Yeah.
Right? I said, okay, I'm no longer posting to my private Snap because you
Yeah.
people are atrocious. Like you went from not giving a fuck to like very atrocious.
Because
as soon
now-
as you saw
because-
me like
Because you're not
taking
convenient.
pictures with like regular, and I'm like, is there something that just makes people? Because
Yeah.
I've never had that. Like I see somebody and whether they're single or they're in a relationship, like this, the same. If
'Cause you
anything,
be-
I get turned off a little bit when they're dating.
Because you're not convenient to them no more.
People like, I think some people just like the challenge.
Yeah.
They like to know that I can
No,
snatch you away from
it's
whoever.
weird. Though they just find out. Like I remember last year or 2 years ago, I posted my best friend, and everybody for some reason thought like that was like my girl, and they were like, "Oh, hey, we should hang out soon." And I'm like,
I try to protect my
and
friends.
then as soon as I said, "Yeah, I'm single," and then they just never like it never went through, and I'm just like, "Okay, what the fuck is going on?"
I have a couple friends that I've like that actually I have one friend that I've like maybe taken a picture of and like tagged them in my regular story.
Yeah.
And then seeing our mutual friends, like anytime I want to send them a message, seeing our mutual friends like skyrocket, and I'm like, I need to warn you about this person, that person, and that person.
Oh, when they start following.
Because I'm like, no. I know you guys
I
follow
know-
each other, but I need to warn you about this person and that
I know
person
that's
and that
gonna,
person.
I know that's gonna happen to me. As soon as I get a girl and I
Part of me
post
is
her on my
like,
Instagram, I'll be like, "Yo, I'm locked in with this girl. I for sure, half of my family is gonna go follow her."
So question for you.
Yeah.
You see your friend talking to somebody, especially like another friend. You see two
Okay.
friends from, because I have like separate friend groups.
Absolutely.
Right? Sometimes they overlap. Like I have my
Okay.
friends, my rugby
That's
friends,
crazy.
my toxic Middle Eastern friends. You looking at you. Sometimes they might overlap. And I know things about one friend that they don't know about the other, and vice versa.
Okay.
When is it okay to warn friends about each other
If
without breaking like?
if
Because
it's a li-
sometimes I'd be like, bro, stay away from this person.
if
You
it's
don't want
life
this in your
threatening,
life.
if it's life threatening,
Life threatening?
yeah, if it's life threatening.
I don't know. If I see a red flag, I might just.
But like if they're one of them is a slut and the other one's fall in love, let them learn their lesson.
It's hard for
You
me.
can't be like you can't take yourself like I'm the savior. Like you can't because you just don't know what can happen. You don't know what can happen because
I don't know what can happen.
it can turn
but
back on you.
I know, guys. Guys are not the same, bro. Not the same as chicks.
You just don't know what's happening. Like
Because I was in a situation where I recently had to be like, okay, you two should like do not pursue this because I know for a fact this will end poorly.
Well,
I'm
because-
not gonna, I told him, he was like, well, why? I was like, I'm not going to bait out everybody's private situation, but I said this will end poorly for the both of you. Please do not engage in
because
this
I learned my
anymore.
lesson because I did that with my last relationship where I kept her away from this group of friends that I had. And the reason why is like they were my friends, but I didn't want to bring her around there because it wasn't like the best thing for her. In her world, she thinks I was hiding her. But in my world, I was like, I'm actually protecting you. Because these are fucking dumb. They were just dumbass friends that I had. Just silly motherfuckers. Nothing crazier. But like you just what I'm saying, like in my world it was like, I'm gonna warn her, like, stay away from here because if you think this is how they're gonna act, this is how I act when you're not around me. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So like you should just let them learn their lesson because you can warn this person, like, you know what, they're toxic, they're cheaters, whatever. Let them learn themselves because if they never go through it, they'd be like, well, Kareem told me this, Kareem told me that. And next thing you know, you become
See,
the
but this is
problem.
why I don't bait out like
You become
I
the
don't bait
problem.
out specific things. I just be like, yo, I'm not gonna tell you why, but I know your personality is all shit. It's just not gonna work out.
No, you'd be
And
like,
if somebody, you know me. If somebody tries to call me out, well,
Yeah.
Kareem said this, I'm gonna bait them out in front of you because you have X, Y, and Z, and you've been doing
Yeah,
X, Y,
but-
and Z, and this is why I don't want my friend. Like, I will call. Don't try this shit with me. I will call you both out and
All
air
you-
all your details.
all you can say, just be like, you know what? You do what you want to do. You're a grown ass person. Do I approve of it? Not really, but I'm staying out of it. Keep my name out of the situation because you don't want to be mixed up in it.
I know I
Because
don't.
I've been mixed up in like past friends group, in silly shit. Me becoming like the protector, where they realize they start put the blame on me. Till years down the line, they be like, "We apologize." They be like, "It's too late." Like, so, but it wasn't even worth a headache.
Yeah, like I tried to protect my friends in LA when we got.
You
like,
have
we
to.
got
I mean,
pretty-
like it's like it's natural thing to do, but sometimes you have to let them learn their lesson. You have to let them learn their lesson.
Sometimes I just my brain doesn't let me operate like.
Bro,
that.
I found out last year this girl was in love with me for fucking like 7 years, even though she knew I had a girlfriend when I became friends with her. But it was my supposedly homie telling her that certain things like lies about me. And then she told me about all the stuff that he said, and I was like, "This is all fucking cap." Like,
I'm gonna ask you afterwards more details.
So I'm
after
saying,
the
like-
show's over.
it's just stupid shit.
So, question for you guys, right? Question for you guys: when is it okay to warn two friends about each other who
Never.
are like interested in each other? Do you let them pursue whatever relationship, or do you just be like, "Yo, this is not gonna work out"? I want you guys' opinion. I'll probably
Yeah.
clip this and. But yeah, this was an interesting episode.
Happy 1 year, my guy.
Yep. Hold up. One last thing I want to say. On the 16th, I know not everybody's gonna be able to make it, but if anybody wants to go to Vegas on the 16th, watch the Phoenix Storm play. I think there are 2 games. We have a regular game.
It's Ramadan.
Okay, and I know no Muslims who play rugby or have any interest in rugby, so to hell with all that. It's shit. Isn't Ramadan? Aren't you supposed to be able to do your regular daily tasks while fasting? Aren't you not supposed to make life easier for yourself while fasting? Is that kind of part of the point? Is to not become a baby and take time off. You're supposed to go to work, do everything normal.
Sleep in the whole day.
Right.
Wake up 5 minutes before thought.
Yep, yeah, all that shit. So yeah, if you want to see the Phoenix Storm, we will be playing in Las Vegas. Just go to our page at this point. I don't remember all the details, but we are playing in Vegas.
Yes.
On the 16th, I think around like noon, there will be 2 games. There'll be a regular 15-man game, and then there will be a 10s game. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Shout out to the Phoenix Storm.
Yeah.
Go follow him on Instagram.
And
good
fingers
luck.
Crossed, I stay healthy to play this time.
Exactly. And good luck to y'all boys. Hopefully y'all show up, represent Arizona.
Oh yeah, we won the last game.
Yeah.
I told you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a whole thing.
And you also sent me a video of you tackling.
Did I?
Yeah. You're like, look at this tackle. And I was like, oh,
I don't
bet.
think that was that game.
No, it wasn't at the game. It was your training session.
The
The drill,
Yeah.
the drill they
It was
sent
it was the Phoenix Storm. It was the drill,
Yeah.
bro. It feels. For context, you guys don't know. So on our page, we have a drill where we have like a hula hoop, right?
Yes.
And we're like hands on the hula hoop, legs outside. We're like squatting, and then the person stands over us with a rugby ball on our necks,
Yep.
and he turns around, and we have to keep turning with him until he lifts the ball, and then we pounce and tackle him.
Yep.
Right. And I was like, it felt so much better. Then I looked at myself in the thing. I was like, bro, that was cringe. I can't look at myself tackling. I felt like a star in the moment. And then I looked at myself in video. I said, God damn.
You're like, I need to fix that technique. No, but that's how it
Yeah.
is.
I haven't bought a back posture corrector, but
To fix it?
Yeah, it takes 2 people, and me and my roommate have not been in the same room
Yeah.
for like the past couple days. So
No,
yeah,
shout
they're
out to
really
them.
good. I tried to wearing it, but I need somebody to get the little details right.
No, for sure. Shout out to Phoenix Storm.
Yep. Thank you guys so much.
Yep.
Have a great weekend. We will see you guys. We're gonna have to record earlier next week so I can post it because I'm gonna be gone the whole weekend.
We'll try our best.
We will try our best.
Yep. And Ramadan
have it
Kareem.
out to record again on like Thursday or some shit,
We'll see.
and we'll see what it do. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend.